Hi folks, welcome to the preparedhomestead.com. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, the news is abuzz that apparently a judge has ruled to unseal the 150 or so client list of Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I honestly am not a big close follower of this whole thing. I mean, of course I know what was going on. I moved on to other things, right? I mean, trust me, I'm not a naive in this case. I kind of think that he's probably still alive somewhere. That's part of my own little conspiracy. But as you all know, it's been a big deal for a long time, and apparently a judge has ordered it to be unsealed, with the exception of 3 names, which would be interesting to know who those 3 people are. Is this going to be a big deal, or is this just a big distraction? I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't think it's going to matter. I mean, there may be some of you and other people that are like, see, I knew it, or this is all fake because all the names that we thought were going to be on there aren't. So one way or the other, that may be the case. I just don't think that it's going to be a big deal among things other than a distraction. There's a lot of that going on right now. You've got this Colorado case with Donald Trump. And while that can certainly be serious, my gut tells me it's just more distraction. It's just like I did a video for my locals channel today talking about how it's becoming more mainstream for some very big names to talk about aliens from the perspective or the belief that they're actually spiritual beings, that they're fallen angels, Nephilim, whatever. And so that's becoming a more accepted topic that it used to be. That was really fringe. I mean, it was fringe to believe in aliens, but it was super fringe to believe that aliens were actually, demons and, Nephilim kind of thing. So we're seeing a lot of this stuff that for a long time has been very taboo to talk about, is kind of coming out there. And on one hand, I think a lot of people are wondering, are the good guys winning? Are we winning and actually able to get some stuff out and get things done? Or is it just a big distraction? Because the question is it making any difference? If this Epstein list, client list, actually gets released, and I did see someone say that it may not be the client list that is released, but the victim list. I don't know why they'd want to release the victim list. But anyways, if this does get released to where everyone in the world can see it, which that's also the question, it's being released, but only to select people. Will anything happen from it? Do you think that there's really going to be prosecutions? I highly doubt it. I mean, I would be absolutely shocked. Unless there's like some just no names on there that, are the fall guys. You guys are going to fall on your sword for the rest of us important people kind of thing. When this kind of stuff happens ever so often, I often wonder, what are we being distracted from? What is going on that they're working so feverishly to distract people from something much more important? And I'm not saying this isn't important, but again, I just don't think it's going to change anything other than just make some people feel like, vindicated that, we were right kind of thing. So I would be cautious about getting too distracted over things. There's certainly a lot of other stuff going on. And then I'm sure there's always things going on behind the scenes that, we will probably never know. But the point is that we're moving very fast, I think, down the path of complete collapse, of complete New World Order, complete Great Reset. These are all taking place, I think, pretty quickly. and they want to do it in a way so that you're conditioned to be okay with it, but yet not too obvious. So I think along the way they have to have a few distractions. I would say the social engineering of our society was done really well, and they understand it, so they know that the average person isn't going to stay focused for too long on any one thing. You know, they'll get really focused on this, and then they will, you know, get distracted on something else. They'll lose interest in it, right? You know, I keep saying that there's about a 2-week or so lifespan of something being really prominent in the news. It doesn't mean it just goes away after 2 weeks. It just means that that's about the lifespan, I think, from just my assessment over the last few years, of something being really prominent and captivating everyone's attention. And then after a couple of weeks, it starts to fade. If you look at the Ohio train thing, if you look at the, you know, when Hamas invaded Israel, all of these things that they were really, really prominent in the news for about 2 weeks, not just news, but just social media trending, whatever. And then they start to fade. And so I think that they understand how to manipulate people so well, and because they engineered our society this way, with all of the TikTok and the, you know, videos and then the shorts and all that kind of stuff, so that they know that they can get people's attention elsewhere pretty quickly. And so maybe that's what this is. I could be wrong. This could be some huge bombshell that just opens a can of worms, but I don't think that way. I don't think it's going to be that way. So always remember to be aware of everything else. That's a big statement. Be aware of everything else, because it's all a big psyop, folks. I've talked about this at length. You know, you can go back in the last several months and watch multiple videos I've made about how we're living in a psyop. It's almost like the Matrix or the Truman Show, and I've never seen the Truman Show, but you know what I'm saying, that it's all this engineered reality, in a way, of manner of speaking, because they control so much. You know, they control the media, they control the entertainment industry, they control, you know, sports, they control the universities, the schools, I mean, practically most of the churches nowadays. They control so much that they're actually able to, you know, engineer our society, so to speak. And so we are living in this vast psyop constantly, to, you know, kind of wag the dog thing, to keep everyone in a state of panic, in a state of fear, and so disassociated with what's really going on. You know, it's kind of like you know, they're fragmenting our brains. I'm probably getting way down deep in a rabbit trail for some of you, but I think some of you also know exactly what I'm talking about, that it's fragmenting our attention, and to the point that the younger and younger generations, they have less and less of an attention span, and they constantly are hopping on to some new trend. You know, that's all what it's all about. What's trending, you know, and then 2 weeks later, something new's trending. It's a Tide Pod this time, and it's a, you know, ice challenge, and, you know, all these kind of things. Whatever's trending, we got to jump on it. And I believe that's been engineered for a purpose, and it makes it, I think, easier for people to disassociate from the real reality and to fall into this kind of virtual reality, and not really use their brains to think about what's going on, and you know, be acutely aware of what truly is happening, and use the, you know, rational, logical thought and say, this doesn't make sense. It must be something different. They just buy into it. It's very much like a lot of the fake videos, you know, these deep fakes that are going on and stuff. Some of it's so obvious. You know, I admit that there are some out there that's kind of hard to figure out if it's real or fake. But the majority of them that I've ever seen, they're flat out obvious that it's not real. And yet so many people just buy into it. Oh my goodness, look at what's happening. It's like, can you not see? Can you not use kind of that deductive reasoning and figure out that this is fake? And then, can you not realize that this is a distraction? You know, like Taylor Swift. You know, I've seen multiple posts and stuff over the last few weeks. You know, how Taylor Swift is the new that the new big thing again. You know, like she's huge and trending. I couldn't name 1 or 2 songs of hers and couldn't care less. But, you know, it's distracting. You know, there's always the Kardashians or, you know, some other Hollywood celebrity that's a nobody. You know, they've not really done anything, but they prop them up every so often to get everyone's attention, to pull their attention away from what's really important, and to keep them from really using their brain. You know, just do what we say, you know, drink this Bud Light, you know, that kind of thing. And I believe it's all being done for a purpose. And so I say nearly every day, you know, you need to be mentally prepared. This is part of that mental preparedness. That part of it is to be acutely aware of what they're trying to do. You know, that this has been going on for a long time. You know, that they've been developing these techniques for you know, what do you think they call television? Programming. It's programming you. It's not programming the TV, it's programming you. And we have to be psychologically aware of that and have our own guard up, our own barriers up against the Psyops that they're playing out all around us. And it's a big deal. The world is a stage, they say, and they're playing a big old game on us. Anyways, I guess time will tell on the Epstein client list thing. If it really truly gets released, maybe who knows if it's a real one. And then if anything actually is done about it. I do think it's interesting that they're releasing it all but 3 names is what they said. Those 3 names must be pretty important. All right, folks. Some of you are going to be doing some festival things over the weekend, so hope you have a blessed and fun time with family with that. But, and I'm going to be on here, okay? I'll be making videos all the way through. But I did want to say that there are warnings out from DHS and FBI and the same ones in Great Britain and all over Europe, that there's all this whisper on the, you know, just scuttle that there could be some kind of violent things happening because of the holiday season. I'm not saying that there will be, but it doesn't hurt to keep your head on a swivel throughout the holiday season. If that's what you do. You know, we don't partake in this particular holiday, but I know many of you do, and that's fine. That's your business. But be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings. Situational awareness is something you should always be doing, and you should be constantly training yourself to do it better, because that probably saves lives and injuries and stuff more than just about anything, just being situationally aware. All right, folks, you need to get your houses in order. Prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.